To conclude, the financial benefits for JP Morgan of ThinkSheet's real world, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. To conclude, the financial benefits for JP Morgan of ThinkSheet's real world, yesterday, today, and tomorrow platform will be exponential. This video is all about the cumulative benefits of ThinkSheet's visual intelligence, one page, one place, one platform enhancement of AI. AI competition and funding, government and private sector, is in a frenzy, like the growth of the internet in the 90s. The introduction of OpenAI last November has been a mega catalyst for AI becoming top of mind, not only for AI engineers, but also business leaders and individuals. Microsoft is increasing its initial $3 billion investment in OpenAI by $10 billion, and Silicon Valley is in an investment frenzy over generative artificial intelligence, even amid the tech gloom, with the Chinese trouncing the US in AI research output and quality. The ThinkSheet model breakthrough is that user-created scores transform their thought processes into maximum value data for the AI to process. Jamie Dimon and the C-suite are an example. His models score his thought process, i.e., his professional intelligence, which then links to AI, represented by Manuela Velosa, head of AI, which augments his thought process and recycles it back to him at minimal time and cost, because he usually develops the models in the at minimal time and cost because he usually contributes at minimal time and cost because he usually contributes his inputs to the model in the ordinary course of business and meetings. The output value with ThinkSheet far exceeds the output without ThinkSheet in the same amount of time. This is a ThinkSheet home run, a thought process ecosystem that synthesizes professional and artificial intelligence as a logical whole in a 6-step process to create the thought process ecosystem. A tech strategist who has spent his entire career working with the C-suite and tech leaders at large financial institutions explains in his smartphone analogy video why the collaboration between your business and AI leaders starts and ends with the one pager and leads to a huge increase in the productivity in the professional and artificial intelligence workflows. The ThinkSheet one pager solves the huge problem of miscommunication among senior management and their support teams. In large companies like JP Morgan, each member of the C-suite may have as many as 10 direct reports with a total of 50 teams and 1,000 plus professionals involved in the workflow. The one pages enable everyone involved to collaborate better and faster because everyone can see what's most important to their decision makers. The process starts with the professional intelligence, which the AI augments, and the business and AI teams further augment by adding new information and or correcting mistakes before recycling back to the decision makers. The rest of this video describes the professional intelligence platform. In the next video, the thought process ecosystem. ThinkSheet's unique qualitative intelligence platform provides the tools for professionals to quantify the qualitative and the quantitative and synthesize the two to model their best thought processes, i.e., their professional intelligence. Jamie Dimon doesn't rely upon models for final decisions because they don't capture major catalysts like culture, character, and technological advances, and complex qualitative factors like supply chain issues, sanctions, war, and reversal of QE in the face of unparalleled inflation are impossible to model. Qualitative analysis is the biggest challenge for decision making involving uncertainty. According to Mervyn King, former head of the Bank of England during the financial crisis, in his book, Radical Uncertainty Decision Making Beyond the Numbers. But he and Jamie Dimon are unaware that ThinkSheet users, like the Morgan Stanley equity analysts, have been quantifying catalysts, complex qualitative issues, and thought processes as logical wholes since 2005. And users like Bloomberg users can see the reasons for their target prices, i.e., their thought processes, and potentially other use cases in the future on the Bloomberg and our web-based applications, in addition to our Excel versions. For now, JP Morgan can use ThinkSheet's apps on the Bloomberg app portal to forecast the target price for JP Morgan and rank it relative to its global competitors. For example, the forecast of a target price of $154 for a 22% return and top ranking relative to its peers. To model the real world, the one pages are interconnected, versatile, and dynamic. Drivers include the Fed, Xi Jinping doing a 180 on COVID, property developers, and tech platforms in a week, the chip war, and OpenAI. The teams can iterate through what-if scenarios in real time, and ThinkSheet generates their answers and reasons why instantly. The country allocation use case for 7 large countries is an example of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We co-developed it with a strategist for a global investment bank in 2010 and have been updating it for various use cases since then, with recent versions replacing Russia with other countries. This map of Xi Jinping's Belt and Road project illustrates the complexity involved. Quant models alone with large economic and financial data sets only, provide quant models alone with large economic and financial data sets only provide a partial analysis and don't address Jamie Dimon's catalyst and impossible to model qualitative factors. By contrast, ThinkSheet models include the qualitative and the quantitative as a logical whole. The model framework is comprehensive, versatile, and dynamic. By contrast, ThinkSheet models include the qualitative and quantitative as a logical whole. First, the catalyst. First, the catalyst. First, Jamie Dimon's catalyst. The Ukraine war and the Ukraine war and the geopolitical submetric, supply chains as a risk factor, and sanctions in X factors, and of course, the economic and financial numbers. The whole model is reusable as well as the whole model is reusable as well as the individual qualitative models that work like Lego to create new models. The China soft versus hard landing scenarios were based in large part on the Bloomberg TV debates between Stephen Roach, head of Morgan Stanley Asia, and Jim Chanos, the leading short seller, just after the financial crisis, whether China would experience a soft or hard landing. These are the metrics and weights, the countries and scores regions, and this is a quick view of the soft landing ranking. Here are the catalysts and the scores and ranking. This view compares the soft and hard landing. This view compares the soft and hard landings for China, which moves from second in the soft landing to seventh and last in the hard landing. Note, our model library includes 200 plus professional intelligence models, and our videos are loaded with detailed use cases like this that you can review at your leisure. Note, our model library includes 200 plus professional intelligence models, and our videos are loaded with detailed use cases like this that you can review. Note, our model library includes 200 plus professional intelligence models, and our videos are loaded with detailed use cases like this that you can review at your leisure. And now to the next video, the thought process ecosystem home run.